Regular Show, one of the most iconic Cartoon Network shows of all time, is anything but regular. Throughout its 8 seasons and 1 movie, there are a lot of hidden Easter eggs and facts. So today, we're revealing all 101 facts you may or may have not known. In Season 6, Episode 24, Brilliant Century Duck Crisis, when the owner of Playco offers Mordecai and Rigby $100 for signing over their likeness to be used as action figures, Mordecai refers to it as a month's pay. That means Mordecai and Rigby earns just $1,200 a year at an hourly rate of about 63 cents. In the episode Excellent, Season 3, Episode 18, the second part of the challenge is based on the Holy Grail scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Out of all the characters, High Five Ghost is the only one with a shadow, which is weird because he's actually a ghost. Person who voiced Anti-Pops also voiced Stagman in Season 3, Episode 5, but also voiced Freddy Krueger. Imagine hearing that in your dreams. Back to the episode Excellent, we found out Rigby is allergic to eggs, but in Season 4, Episode 8, One Pull-Up, we see him in a Rocky montage drinking egg yolks. Unlike everyone else, Mordecai and Rigby are the only characters to appear in every episode. Quintel and Sam Marin, who voice Benson, Pops, and Muscle Man, were friends who met at college. Sam graduated and was working as an animator at Walt Disney Animation Studios, but left once he found out Regular Show had been greenlit. In episode 6 of season 1, Meet Your Maker, it is revealed that Mordecai can't stay in places that are below 10 degrees or he will completely lose consciousness. The episode Excellent won an Emmy for short format animated program, beating episodes of Adventure Time, Mad, Robot Chicken, and Phineas and Ferb. The antagonist for Armageddon resembles Goro from the Mortal Kombat franchise, and his last name for a 4-armed character could be a nod to Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Despite both of them being birds, Mordecai and Margaret have a full set of teeth on their beaks and have 2 toes instead of the standard 4. Did you know that J.G. Quintel went to college with Pendleton Ward, which is the same person who created Adventure Time? Their rivalry goes a long way back. Despite Skips and Pops often looking taller than Mordecai, Mordecai is taller at 6'3", 5'10" without a crest. He is also the tallest character in the show. Benson has the most exes in the show and probably the worst love life right behind Mordecai. In the first episode of season 1, The Power, it is revealed that both Rigby and Mordecai are both 23 years old. They were grown men acting like children. The character Party Pete from season 2, episode 9 was similar to an Adventure Time character named Party Pat, but the creators stated that there are no connections between the 2 characters somehow. In season 3, episode 19, Video Game Wizards, Mordecai and Skips enter a competition to try and win the Maximum Glove, which is a reference to Nintendo's unsuccessful Power Glove. Wow, Cartoon Network throwing shots at Nintendo. Blink and you'll miss it, but Eileen's last name is revealed to be Roberts at the beginning of episode 25 in season 5, as her name is written on a test. Just set up the chairs. When Lemon Chef beats the destroyer of worlds, the fruit he eats is referenced to Pac-Man. Due to his massive power, Anti-Pops is the largest threat to Mordecai and Rigby, as well as the rest of the characters have ever faced in the entire series. In the early stages of Regular Show, J.G. Quintel was told there were worries the show design would be too simple compared to other shows. At the time, he said that it was called a Regular Show for a reason. Rigby was originally meant to have a tie, but it was too much work to animate, so it was removed. Bro would look way too goofy with a tie anyways. Pop owns 3 cars: his checker taxi cab from season 2, episode 1, Hello Governor, his flying Mini Cooper from season 2, episode 20, Really Real Wrestling, and Carmanita. Yet out of all of them, only the latter appeared after its debut. The character we all love, Skips, is voiced by the actor Mark Hamill, who you probably know better as Luke Skywalker from Star Wars, or maybe the Joker from the Batman shows.
And to think our tax money goes to pay those jerks.
Regular Show made history when it became the first show on Cartoon Network to hit 200 episodes. Adventure Time was the second show to hit it, only a month and a half later. Unlike everyone else, Pops is the only main character who has not been an antagonist to Mordecai and Rigby through the entire series. The Regular Show movie was released in 2015 and was the first Cartoon Network movie to be released since 2000's Ed, Edd n Eddy. Regular Show was the first Cartoon Network original series to begin airing a 7th season. character Party Pete was inspired by the Swedish musician Gunther. Pops was deliberately drawn to look like a lollipop, just a lollipop inside of a suit. Rigby's voice hasn't changed since he was 6 years old, as seen in season 1 episode 10 in a flashback to Rigby's 6th birthday party. At the party, Rigby and his brother Don and Mordecai still sound like their adult selves. Usually in the show, each character only has 4 fingers, but Skips and Death are the only 2 characters in the series to have 5. In season 2 episode 15, Temp Check, Rigby is shown to have masculophobia, the fear of mascots and costume characters. Even though Benson is a walking, talking gumball machine, the gumballs inside of Benson do not move when they are inside. Like in season 4 episode 4 Pie Contest, Benson is thrown and his gumballs did not move at all. In the 3-part finale, it is revealed that Pops and Anti-Pop's real names are Mega Cranus and Malum Cranus. Throughout the show, it is shown that Muscle Man is Jewish. In season 4 episode 9 of the Christmas special, he is seen wearing a blue sweater with a shrijul on it, and he steps on glass at his wedding in season 6 episode 28, Dumped at the Altar. Mordecai has the most nicknames of any character in the show. He's been called Mordo, Mordecai, Wrongakai, Brodekai, Blondakai, Mordecai, Morty, and Diaper Boy. Benson, Muscleman, Starla, CJ, and Reginald are the only characters who seem to have uncontrollable anger issues. In the 3-part finale of a regular show, we meet the residents of Lollyland, Frivolous Cranus, Quandravi Cranus, and the Weird Mushroom Guy. I am so sorry if I butchered those names. These 3 characters are all early drawings of Pops, which is why there's a lot of resemblance between them. Benson's full name is Benson Dunwoody, which is once shown in the show. So many people don't know about it. Comment down below if you're a real fan who knew that. Pops is the only character that hasn't been threatened with getting fired, most likely because Benson can't fire him. Originally, Mordecai and Rigby were going to be zookeepers at a human zoo instead of a pair of groundskeepers at a park. Creator J.G. Quintel said it was an executive for the show that didn't like the idea. He has since thanked him for changing the idea. Benson has had 3 jobs so far in his life: a champion stick hockey player, a very skilled pro drummer for Heir to the Throne, and a park manager. Death, the character, is based on the appearance of a Motorhead vocalist and the bassist of the late great Lemmy Kilmister himself. Regular show would have up to 20 episodes in production at one time for mass production. Thomas was revealed far after his debut to be a Russian spy. However, in season 6 episode 8, the real Thomas was actually born in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. In the pilot episode, Pops and Benson are trying to throw away a chair that was actually owned in real life by J.G. Quintel. Sam Marin originally auditioned for Skips, and Mark Hamill originally auditioned for Pops. However, Marin and Hamill switched roles after their voices didn't sound right for the characters for which they auditioned. The episode of Meet Your Maker required censorship in the normal version. Mordecai says,
"Come on, dude, don't.
It's already in motion.
Well, put it out of motion."
You ticked me off.
But in the broadcast version, he says,
"Come on, dude, don't.
It's already in motion.
Well, put it out of motion."
You pissed me off.
The highest rated episode on IMDb is season 8 episode 27, a regular epic final battle. It scored a 9.8 out of 10. Regular show is set in California, shown by Mordecai's license plate. In a scene from season 1 episode 12, Mordecai and the Rigbys, it was revealed that Benson once had a girlfriend named Audrey, but she left him for a businessman due to him being a hippie. In season 6 episode 28, Lunch Break, Mordecai and Rigby end up going through a series of portals that lead them to a room with red curtains and a zigzag pattern on the floor. This is a reference to the 1990 mystery show Wind Peaks. On a Reddit AMA, the creator J.G. Quintel revealed that Rigby's name was originally gonna be Ricky, but after hearing him say Rigby, he liked that more. Rigby sometimes runs on all fours like a raccoon, yet Mordecai has yet to fly despite him being a bird. Maybe he's a flightless bird like a penguin. I5 Ghost has a brother called Low5 Ghost. Benson has fired 10 employees. Well, technically 9. It didn't count in season 4, episode 3, Terror Tales of the Park 2, because everyone was dead before it could be official. Pops is the only character in the show without a love interest in the series. In almost every scene that has a crowd, there's a character that resembles the creator of the show, J.G. Quintel. First drawing of Rigby was a doodle of a raccoon hula hooping created by Quintel when he was working on the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. In season 2, episode 12, But I Have a Receipt, Mordecai and Rigby buy a new game called The Realm of Darthon, which is meant to be the role-playing board game Dungeons and Dragons. Muscle Man's real name was Mitch Sorenstein. He is only referred to Mitch by Starla and certain people outside of the park. Mordecai has referred to Rigby as dude in every episode, which is insane to think about. Regular Show had a comic release under Boom Studios but was canceled after only 8 issues. Benson was designed to be a gumball machine and he actually works. Shown in season 1 episode 8, The Unicorns Have Got to Go, where he is seen dispensing gumballs even though his gumballs never move inside of his head. In season 1 episode 1, The Power, Mordecai and Rigby smash a hole in the wall, to which Rigby says,
Okay. Let's not blame anyone. Now, how in the heck are we gonna fix this stuff?
However, the official broadcast version has him saying,
Okay. Let's not blame anyone. Now, how in the H are we gonna fix this S?
no doubt a censorship change sent straight from the studio head. Benson almost fires everyone except for Pops for no reason in season 4, episode 11, Fireworks.
That's it. I'm calling it off. You guys are all fired.
Oh, come on, Benson! All right, you guys. Somehow, you managed to top last year's fireworks show. So I guess I'm not gonna fire you.
Adding on to him working at the park, Skip's age is actually 500 years old. Regular Show writer and storyboard artist Calvin Wong owns a replica power keyboard that was seen in the pilot episode. In season 4, episode 1, Exit 9B, it is shown that Muscle Man is actually 5'8", which is pretty standard height. Rigby is the only main character to die more than once in the series. In season 2, episode 21, Over the Top, Skips accidentally killed Rigby by slamming him through a table. In season 2, episode 2, It's Time, Mordecai accidentally killed Rigby after shoving him off a microwave and into a portal. In TT2, Terror Tales 2, Rigby was killed after a tow truck crash. In season 3, episode 4, Terror Tales in the House, Rigby was drowned by a giant egg. However, this was just a story told by Rigby, so that doesn't count. Skips got his immortality because he was the only one who could defeat Clorg Bane the Destroyer. In season 1, episode 8, The Unicorns Have Got to Go is censored in Poland, Romania, and Hungary. Reruns have also been censored in Turkey. The console Mordecai and Rigby play throughout the series closely resembled a Sega Master System, which fits the time period they live in perfectly. Skip's original name was Walks, despite him skipping everywhere. He decided to change his name during the passing of his love interest, which they used to skip together all the time. In season 6, episode 22, Men in Uniform, we see a scroll that shows Skips has been working at the park since the 1800s. That's insane. Also in Excellent, Rigby attempts a food challenge where he has to eat 12 eggs. This challenge is based on a real restaurant called A Broken Yolk in San Diego, California. Regular Show doesn't have a theme song. Instead, at the start of every episode, one note is played on a synthesizer. During the finale, we learned that the first 7 seasons took place over 6 years, which means Rigby and Mordecai are 29 at the end of the series. In season 7, episode 13, Benson's Pig, it is revealed that High Five Ghost's favorite foods is applesauce. But how can a ghost eat? Every episode storyboard started on a post-it note. It could lead up to one storyboard being 400 to 500 post-it notes long. In season 3, episode 6, Slam Dunk, a new character, the God of Basketball, debuted. This character was voiced by Rocky actor Carl Weathers. Rigby is an original character created entirely for Regular Show. Meanwhile, Mordecai was seen in 2 in That AM PM, a student short film by Regular Show creator J.G. Quintel. When the season 15, episode 11 episode Power Tower aired, it wasn't finished. It wasn't color graded and had tons of animation issues. It was later re-aired the next week as the completed version. Did you know Muscle Man, Pops, and Thomas were the only characters in the park to wear shoes? High-Five Ghost has a hidden talent in bowling as seen in Season 2, Episode 6, My Mom. Creator J.G. Quintel was rejected from his college Carlitz twice before he got accepted, meaning there's a timeline where we would have never gotten a regular show if he wasn't accepted. Sam Marion, who worked as an animator for regular show, voices Benson, Pops, and Muscle Man, the only person on the show to voice 3 of the main characters. In Season 4, Episode 1, we can see High-Five Ghost as a baby ghost in the past with what appears to be a human mother holding him. Billy West, Jeff Bennett, William Slayers, and Danny Cooksey all auditioned for the role of Rigby. These are some of the biggest names in the industry. Starla was always meant to be a one-time character, but the writers loved her and what she added to Muscle Man as a character so much that they kept her for the rest of the series. During the finale, we learned that the first 7 seasons took place over 6 years, meaning Mordecai and Rigby are 29 years old during Season 7. 2 grown men still acting like children. Speaking of grown men acting like children, Mordecai and Rigby would constantly have staring competitions and other frivolous activities to try and avoid during work, just to avoid, being adults. Each full episode of regular show takes around 9 months to complete, so if we total up 244 episodes across 8 seasons, that comes up to 183 years. Prototypes of the main characters in the show are debuted in J.G. Quintel animated shorts, The Naive Man Found from Lollyland in 2005, and 2 in the AM/PM in 2006. In Season 5, Episode 2, we get a Star Wars reference from Skips, who, like we mentioned, is played by Mark Hamill. He tells a story and starts it with a long time ago in a high school far, far away, which is a reference to Star Wars, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Despite being set in the 80s and 90s, regular show evolves throughout the show, and we see the creation of modern technology such as flat screens and internet video. Despite his appearance, Muscle Man is a human and in fact the only human employee at the park. In Season 5, Episode 23, Return of the Mordecai and Rigbys, they compete in a battle of the bands to win an air conditioner. Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson only wear clothes during special occasions. I guess they enjoyed freeballing everywhere. Regular show has had a lot of cameos throughout its course, but one of the favorites were Donald Glover and MC Lyte, 2 famous rappers playing rappers within a regular show and called themselves Crew. This took so long to make, so if you guys are new, please smash, and I mean destroy that like and subscribe button. I will give you a cookie.